I know what you're thinking. Ryan, why exactly aren't you wearing any fantastically coloured beanies? Well, so last week Beck filmed herself naked for a little bit apparently. She was in the shower. We didn't see anything obviously because this is YouTube. But I jokingly said after that video that we should all do that next week where we're actual naked. I wasn't serious. I think that should be clarified that I wasn't serious. But yeah, that happened. This beanie's really hot. I didn't realize how pasty I was until this particular challenge. And then, yeah, I'm really pale. I have no tan. So this video's late and it has a few reasons. But I will start off with some backstory first. So I get paid fortnightly. And in the past fortnight, I've done a fair bit. I've moved and I started university. And kind of both of these things require said money, you know, bond for moving in and then rent, you know, and I had to pay a bond that I wasn't expecting at university to be able to use the equipment. And so I had no money. So my car was starting to get a little bit low on fuel and I had no money to buy more fuel. So I wasn't exactly enthusiastic about having to drive additional distances when I didn't have to. So basically on Monday I thought I just had work in the afternoons, but then it turns out I had 2 things at uni and I wasn't enthusiastic about driving all the way home to film and then driving back out to uni. There's a substantial gap between that, a few hours. And I don't live that far away, but you know, it's too far to walk. So I didn't film then. And then driving home after uni that day, as you may have gathered last week, I live on top of a hill. And this is where the story starts to become like a bad sitcom. The bad sitcom that is my life. At the very, I turn onto the street that I'm just off, at the bottom of the hill, and I'm like, wait a minute, I have a backup credit card. You know, I'm not keen on credit cards. I purposely forget about it. I have it because I need to pay off, I have it to pay off a Cintiq that I definitely don't have. Don't rob me. So, I have this card with like backup cash that I've forgotten about, which I purposely do. And I hit the bottom of the hill. I'm like, I can buy more fuel. There's a servo on the other side of the hill, so I'll just drive and fill up, and I'll be okay. Of course, I didn't make it up the hill. I ran out halfway up, and then had to like roll backwards down peak hour traffic without any good brakes or anything. That was fun. Yeah, that was good. Anyway, did I mention it was pouring rain? Yeah, it was bucketing rain, so that made it more fun. So I obviously lived on top of the hill, so I wasn't very far away. I parked in this old driveway for an abandoned quarry of some kind, and I get out and of course it's like ankle deep water. I had my bicycle in the boot because my bike fits in the boot, so I just rode that up the hill. It's a big hill, like I knew it was a big hill, but then you ride on a bicycle, it's even bigger. Monday night I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't get paid until Thursday. Fortunately, my housemate comes over and he's like, where's your car? And I'm like, oh, it's at the bottom of the hill, it's out of fuel. And he's like, Tuesday morning we fortunately sorted that out where we went to the servo, for which I am thankful, you know. Hopefully he doesn't watch this video because I am naked. That's gone. So I was going to film Monday night, but then it was bucketing and it was late by the time I got home, and then I was going to film Tuesday morning, but then I had to sort out the fuel. So then I was going to film Tuesday night, but then Tuesday night I bought a lock for my locker. I got a locker last week. I bought a lock for it on Friday with like my last $10. I went up to my locker last night on Tuesday night and my keys weren't there with me anymore, or like I had no idea when they went missing, and I'd always been wary about locking my keys inside my locker because it would be a really stupid thing to do. My car keys and my locker key are all together on one thing, right here. Also my bike lock key is on this keyring as well, that should also be observed. So, I got to my locker and I'm like, oh, my keys are not with me. And this is like at 7:30 PM, so everyone else is gone. And I'm like, well, there's a good chance I've locked them inside my locker or I've just left them behind at one of my classes. My car keys, you know, I can't get anywhere without my car keys, and I can't, you know, get my bike because my bike keys with my car keys. But I'm not that stupid, you know, I have spare keys for the locker inside my car. Where are my car keys? With my locker keys. Where are my locker keys? I don't know. I don't know where they are. Fortunately, down the end of the hall I saw some security guards, and I'm like, heyo, and they're like, what's up? And I'm like, lol, and they're like, oh my god. So I went up to them and I said, I've either lost my keys or I've locked them in my locker. Do you have bolt cutters? And they're like, maybe. We have to check the workshop. So they left and they came back with bolt cutters. And I'm like, okay, so here we go. Cut my bolt open. pull out my bag, and my keys aren't there, so it meant that I'd lost them, and I'm like, sugar. But I had my wallet, which meant I could catch public transport, but I still didn't have my car keys, or my house key, or, you know, things that I kind of require. So the guy's like, alright, well, how about I just grab a picture of your student ID just for the legislation, doohickey mabobby, and we'll be done. So I'm like, okay, here you go, and I took a photo, and he's like walking away. I'm like, is there like a lost property, lost and found kind of thing? And he's like, oh, car keys. Your car keys are on my desk. And I'm just sitting there with this padlock that I bought like 4 days ago. I'm like, really? Cool, okay, cool. I grabbed everything out of my locker because it was no longer a locker, it was just a cupboard. We went down to his office thing and I got my car keys and I got on my bike and it was raining still and I had to ride home in the dark in the rain. I rode to my car. See, I park a little ways away from uni because parking is really expensive close and I'm broke, as you may recall. So I had to ride to my car and then I drove home and then, yeah. By the time that I got here, it was quite late and I was quite tired and miserable. I wasn't particularly keen on filming myself naked for an extended period of time. I feel this video is going to go for longer than 5 minutes. I'll try and edit it so it's nice and sharp. No promises. Oh, it's happening now. You can see my beautiful man boobs. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. Look how pasty I am. Like that. I'm like so white, it's redonkulous. There's a dog outside my door. I don't want to see my own junk on camera, no one wants that. Don't normally use my webcam, but I really wanted to be sure I was filming the right parts of me. Yeah, so my week so far hasn't been the greatest. You got me all conscious, man. Look at this lovely tan line I have here. It's beautiful. I've been working on that for years. Mainly years of driving, where you know, I don't go outside, but I drive a lot, so it's where I've been, and then the I keep looking at myself now. I just get lost in my eyes. They're so beautiful. It's just a shame that I can't look into my own eyes, because my eyes are over there, but I can't. What the fuck am I doing?